Really? Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy last day of 2018. I am super excited to come to you again this morning. One of my goals really as I wrap up this year and begin the new year is to come to you more often, showing you some great projects you can do with our Chalk Couture items. And we have some great stuff. And given that it's the last day of the year and we are getting ready to celebrate New Year's Eve, I hope that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you are safe and happy and are with the people you love. I am also getting ready for an adventure with a group of friends tonight, and I wanted to bring something a little special to our hostess. And so today we're going to be playing a little bit with our couture inks, and we are going to use our Bling in the New Year transfer. So we're going to get started here. Let me just see if I can get, I'm going to swap that out. We want this over here. Let's see if we can figure that out. And if I make this B, let's see. Well, I always try to figure out how I can show me and our project, but it's always thwarting me a bit. All right, well, I guess we are going to see just the project, but that's okay because you already saw me, so that's awesome. If you're just joining me live, welcome. It's great to have you here. Happy New Year to you too, Paula. It's so nice to talk to you. We need to definitely get together very soon. I miss you a lot, and I would love to be able to connect. We have, as I said, a fun project here using our Bling in the New Year transfer. And we're also going to be using our couture inks. And this is actually our copper ink, and it's awesome because it's got a little bit of a glitter to it already. So there's no need to add any additional glitter. But if you want, you certainly can. And I do have a little bit of glitter container here just in case we decide we want to add a little bit more bling to our project. As I mentioned, oh, you know what, I can go ahead and just put this off to the side. We'll get ready to use that in a minute. I mentioned that I am getting ready for a little get-together with some friends, and I wanted to make sure that I had a little something that I could bring to her. And one of the awesome things is we recently had a work get-together, and we did a sock swap. Has any of you ever done a sock swap before? It was super fun. We all bought some funky Christmas or holiday socks, and we stuffed them with some little goodies and tied them with a bow, and then we did a swap, kind of like a, kind of like a Yankee swap, if you've ever done one of those. So we definitely had lots of fun, and in my sock were these great napkins, and I thought, oh my goodness, these are perfect to ink on. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use these, and I'm going to show you how you can use our ink and really make these napkins shine. Now, another one of my customers recently shared with me how she had used this to wrap gifts for the holidays. So she had taken some of our transfers and she had used napkins or towels, and she had inked them and then wrapped them up and used them as a wrapping for the gifts she was giving, which I thought was totally cool. So Gail, this one's for you. If you are watching, definitely you were my inspiration for this idea. Now the other thing I do have handy here is our little board and base, because I thought, you know what, it might be fun just to also have a quick sign here to remind myself that it's fun and time to get ready for the holidays. Now before we dive right in, I just do want to go into my Facebook page here, just make sure everything is looking good, and I hope you're seeing me and things are looking good. So let me just double check that. Paula, I see you're on, so I'm assuming you can see me live. I'm hoping you can actually see my project as well. Let's see. I'm not seeing it come up on my feed, so I just want to make sure. Oh, there it is. Yay. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay here, so we want to make sure that you can definitely see it, which looks great. You can. Oh, and I need to do one other thing like I did last time, which is turn down my volume on my computer. All right, there you go. So that is going to take care of that. We won't hear it twice. And I'm also just going to quickly post my website here. So in case you're interested in taking a look at some of the products that we offer, you can go ahead and order them right online here. And there's my website for you to do that. And I'm just going to take one more minute to make sure that if there are others on that would like to join, that they know how to get to me. So I'm just going to go ahead and share this in my VIP group. So if you're not yet a member of my customer VIP group, let me tell you a little bit about that and why you might want to think about it. I am regularly putting up specials, ideas about how you can use our products, and make great products. Projects. Oh my goodness, it's morning. Can you tell? I am definitely not used to speaking so early in the morning. It's a great way just to get communications from me about the things that are happening all Chalk Couture wise. And there is a lot of great stuff coming up. January is right around the corner. We're going to be doing some great projects. I have some awesome classes going on, and you can learn about those in my VIP group. If you know someone that you think might like to learn more about this Chalk Couture stuff, either purchasing products or even becoming a designer, please feel free to share this live feed with them, and certainly make sure that you subscribe so that you can be notified when I go live. Like I said, my goal is to really start to beef up my lives so that you can get a really great idea of all the various ways in which our products can be used. They're so much fun and so simple, and I'm really excited to have the opportunity to share them with you. Okay, so we just need a few simple supplies. So we have our transfer. Now, for those of you that are brand new to Chalk Couture, let me tell you a little bit about our transfers. They are a silk screen transfer. They come on this backer sheet, and this backer sheet is what protects this adhesive back. And the adhesion is what really makes our transfers pretty unique from some others out there, in that this is going to allow you to put it on the surface that you want, and it's not going to move or slip around on you. This adhesive is going to make sure that your transfer stays put, so that when you put our ink or our chalks on it, it's going to go on nice and smooth. It's not going to move around. You're not going to have any seepage, and you're going to get a nice clean design. So usually when I start with a new transfer, I just write either the name of the transfer or the word back on the back of my transfer, and that's just so that when I clean this transfer and I want to store it, I can go ahead and put it back on the transfer sheet, and I want to make sure I put it on the correct side. If you don't write on the back, then the thing that you want to remember is the glossy side is where you want your transfer to go back on. Now, one of the cool things is these transfers are multiple use, so it's not a one-time use. It is something that you can use over and over again. So just wash it off with some water. We have these terrific board erasers that we sell that are great for cleaning them off with water and make sure it removes any residue off of your screen, and it's really going to protect it and keep it nice for you. I'm just going to move my chalk out of the way a little bit, at least not right into my finger area, because I'm really good at spreading the ink around where I don't want it. And I don't want it right now. Now, we're using our inks today, which are really fun. I don't bring them out as much as I'd like, and so this was a great opportunity to do it. And as I said, I'm actually putting this on these beautiful white cloth napkins that I got. Now, notice I have this piece here. This is actually our ink pad, and it's got a little covering on it, and you can remove that. And this also has adhesive. And so what's nice about this adhesive is that you're going to be able to take your cloth or t-shirt or any other fabric that you're using, and it will protect the surface of where you're going to be inking on, so no ink will be seeping through, so you can see that it is stuck there on the back. And it'll also make sure that your project doesn't move around. So we're going to take our transfer. This is going to be so simple and so fast, you'll be amazed. And I am going to lay it onto the fabric where I want this saying to go. And I'm going to put it right pretty much in the center, and I'm going to just give it a good rub just to make sure that we have gotten a good adhesion. Now, why am I doing that? Well, we want to make sure that there isn't any bleed through, and we want to make sure that we get a nice clean design. So the only other tool I need is this little guy. This is a squeegee, and it's got a tapered end, if you can see that here. And you want to load up your squeegee on the tapered end, and then we're going to use the ink and bring it down in a nice even motion across our screen, just like this. So I'm kind of demonstrating it for you before we actually do it. I'm going to just move my transfer sheet over here out of the way so that we can see that. And that's it. That's all we're going to do. So we're going to take our ink, load up our squeegee, and then I'm going to start a little bit beyond the screen design itself. And the reason I'm doing that is just to make sure that I prevent any bleed through from coming in. So just nice even strokes. And what we want to do is just completely cover the screen area. So the green really is an area where you are getting the adhesive part of your transfer. So that part obviously isn't going to be leaving any design. It's just the screened area that we want to make sure is covered. And we want to make sure that we get the screen fully covered and then wipe off any excess. So a little ink goes a long, long way. So I'm going to put the excess back into my jar, put this off to the side. We're going to use it again for the next one. I'm going to just double check to make sure I don't have any ink on my fingers before I pull this up. I do not, it looks like. Now I have absolutely no fingernails. I am a nail biter, one of my things to tackle in 2019. And I'm going to peel and reveal this beautiful Bling in the New Year. That's it. That is how simple this project is. Now I'm going to reuse this, so I'm just going to stick it off to the side here for a minute. I'm going to give this a little bit of a quick, actually, you know what? I don't even need to. I was going to say I was going to give you a quick little dry, just so that when I put it aside, I won't have to worry about it getting ink on something. And those little heat embossing tools are just so fun. Look at how sweet that is. So we've got 3 more to go, and we're going to do them just as quick as the first one. So again, we're just going to lay this out, choose where we want. Let's see where the seam is. Ah, there it is, and there is the, I'm going to just put this off to the side here so it can dry while we're working on our next piece. And I'm not even going to need to wash the screen in between. I think it's going to be just fine. This is a nice, easy design using one color. Simple, elegant, easy. Now these ink mats are really great because you don't have to worry about ironing your surface before you ink, because it is going to smooth out any wrinkles that you need. Now in this case, since it's already got a little bit of ink on it, I just want to make sure that I smooth this out, but without making a big mess. That could be one of the benefits, certainly, of, I just want to make sure we don't have any bubbles. Make this nice and smooth. And I'm going to use a clean squeegee here just to make sure we've got a nice adhesion before we start to actually add ink. All right, I think we got a pretty good adhesion. Oh, you hear that? I hear a little popping, and that means there's some bubbles, air bubbles. All right, and I think I got them all out. So I'm just going to lay this off to the side, and then we can go ahead and do it again. So simple. So we'll repeat this 2 more times on my remaining napkins, and we will be done with this project. So super quick and easy. Now, if you're anything like me, you might like glitter. It's messy, but it's oh so fun and sparkly, right? So we want to add a little bit of glitter, I think, to not these napkins, but I believe we want to reuse this transfer on that board and show you how versatile it is to go between chalk and ink on our same transfer. So again, just give it a nice pull, not from the corner, but all the way fully. And what that does is make sure that we don't stretch our transfer. So that way we're going to get a lot of use out of this transfer. We're just going to be able to use it over and over and over again. So you can see, second one is done. Cute, cute. Be a cute thing to wrap a champagne bottle in and bring it as a hostess gift. And then they can use it as a little hand towel or a napkin. Very sweet. So we're just going to give that a little dry. And then we're just going to bring over our little water bath here that we put our transfer in, so I can show you quick how we're going to wash this up and reuse it for our other surface. So as I said, we've got these great board erasers. I've got a little water bath here. I'm going to use the board eraser to just gently remove the ink from the front of the transfer. That's pretty much going to take care of it. You can see some of that sparkle that was in the ink. So it's a very light, sparkly ink. And by the way, if you did want to use any of our other colors of ink that did not have any sparkle in it, you could remove just a small amount and put it in a little mixing container and go ahead and, whoops, dropped my squeegee there, and go ahead and add a little sparkle to it, mix it off the side, so you'd have a little different color. We have a gold, a copper, and a silver with the glitter. So those are some fun choices, but I also know that someone made a really pretty rose gold by adding a little bit of red to the copper, and that was beautiful as well. So super easy to mix and match. All right, so we have our transfer over here, and you can see it's nice and clean. I'm just going to pat it dry here, and it's ready to use again. That's it. That's all we needed to do. So we've got our little board from our board and base here. You can see as I use this as my demo here and I bring it to shows. So we just want to place it up a little bit higher, not quite in the middle, and that's because it's going to go into the base. And we have a little wood block base here, so we'll just test it and make sure it's going to work. It is. It looks great. And then, because we are going to cover this with glitter, I'm just going to go ahead and use white, but I'm going to cover it with this gold glitter here. And again, super easy. Now this is chalk paste instead of ink. And I'm just going to grab a little stirrer here and make sure that the paste is the consistency we want it to be. Usually we like it to be like yogurt, you see, so it's pretty thin, so it's good to go. Got a few little pieces of chalk paste here. And then we're going to take our squeegee. I'm going to just give this a quick wash in my bath here. I had a little bit of ink left over on it. And we'll go ahead and, again, dip it in and then pull the paste over the screen. Clean, simple movements, easy, 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 easy. Little goes a long, long way. And you can go in different directions. You don't have to go all in the same direction if you don't want. Chalk is super forgiving. It's water soluble, so we can just go ahead and wash it off if we've made a mistake or if we want to change out the design, because guess what? Valentine's Day is coming too. So same thing, we just want to pull up our transfer. Again, best not to do it from the corner, but to pull it gently and pull it across. And there you go. Now, it's white. We don't want white. We want to add some glitter. This is the time to do it. Pull up your transfer and glitter away. So use as much or as little as you like. I want some nice glitter. Nice amount. So I'm going to go ahead and fill it pretty completely. And I think that's pretty good. And right around here somewhere, I believe, I have a little tray where I can put my excess glitter in. I say that with such confidence, and now as I'm looking around, it's MIA, but that's all right. I actually have a little tray here. You'll laugh. A little tray that I made previously. And this is also with our ink, so you can kind of get a sense of it can be used on all sorts of surfaces. I'm just going to use it as a little glitter tray for the moment. So there we go. We have added in some beautiful bling. You'll see we got a little excess here. Once this is dry, I'm just going to go ahead with a little paintbrush and get rid of the excess. I can move this over here so we don't get glitter everywhere. And let this dry. And grab one of those paintbrushes here, maybe. No, that's not a paintbrush, that's a little tassel. Well, let's see. I might not have one right here handy, but that's all we'll need to do is take a little paintbrush there and give that a little bit of a brush, and we'll be able to get any of that excess off and away. And that's it. That's all it takes. Super simple, right? I hope that you enjoyed this project. See if I can. Oh, there we go. And thought it was fun. I just love the flexibility and the ease of use of these transfers. I hope that you too find them to be fun to work with. If you are interested in placing an order, you can do it right from my website. If you are nearby to Bristol, Connecticut, and you'd like to come and do a class with me, please make sure you check out my class offerings either on my business page or in my VIP group. And if you're not a member of my VIP group yet, I definitely would encourage you to join. If you need help locating it, just go ahead and type VIP into the comment box, and I'd be happy to hook you up there. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful end of 2018 and a beautiful beginning of 2019. I look forward to talking with you in the new year, and I thank you so much for joining me today. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.